Everyone, welcome to a Roblox tutorial. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do a global or data store leveling system. So basically what that is take mad games. You have to gain a certain amount of XP to reach to a level. And once you do that, your level will grow. Basically, that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create that. So anyways, I'm going to clear my output. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and insert a script into service script service. And I'm going to go ahead and name mine main. And then I'm going to get rid of everything in here. And I'm going to actually go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you guys could see. Alright, I think this is good enough. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So anyways, here we are. So let's go and let's first create our first two local variables. So local rank equals local rank, and then we're going to create local XP. And now these two local variables are very important to what we are doing, because what they do is that they will create probably the basis of what we're using. They are going to be data stores. So how we get the data store is we're going to do equals game get service data store service, and between the quotation marks. And then we'll do get data store. And then we're going to do ranks. Actually, no, we'll do levels. Level seems about right. We'll just go ahead and change this to level for purposes. Just because this is really what usually people use. So instead of ranks, we'll do levels right now. You can really change the name of this data store and the name of the variable if you want. So anyways, we have local level equals game get service, which is getting the service of the data store service from your game, and then it will look through that service to see if there's a data store named levels, and if there isn't, it will create one. So now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, but instead at the very end, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be changing the name from levels to XP. So get data store service, get data store. Then we're going to do XP. So instead of doing levels from here, where so if we did the exact same thing, levels would be in here. We changed it to XP. So this seems about right. I think everything is in a good area now. We're going to actually go ahead and go down and do we're going to do a connect event with a function, and we're also going to be calling off the event game.players.player added. So basically, you can call anything off when a player is added. Like it could say welcome to the server player, or you could really do anything with it. So right now we're actually going to be creating a leader stats and a level rank and an XP rank. Sorry, values, not ranks. So we're going to be creating values inside the player when they join. So we're going to do game.players.player added connect. Oops, kind of messed that up right there. Connect function. And then we're going to put player in here, because the reason why is because you always have in here in these two brackets, what basically is you put a variable there and it will define the player. So there we go, it's an end. Now some people have asked me what this is. Basically this is ending the connect event. If you just did this and you did this, it would still work the same way. They just put in a simpler way. So here we are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do local leader equals instance dot new, and then we're going to do folder. I usually like the folder instead of a model for the leader stats. Now what instance.new does, if you don't know, is that it creates a new object of whatever you want it to create, and which is usually defined in here. Next we're going to do leader dot name equals leader stats, and then leader dot parent equals player. Now basically what this does is that it will it will change the name of that folder to leader stats and put it in player. The reason why we're doing name of leader stats is because when you do leader stats, any values that are put under leader stats will be put into the leaderboard on the player list, basically on the Roblox game. So anyways, now we're going to go ahead and do a value for level. So we're going to do local level x, or you know what, we'll do levels equals instance new, and then we're going to do int value. It's basically a number value. I don't really know the difference between the two, but I know this value works for what I'm doing. Now we're going to do level z equals, oh actually no, level z dot value is equal to, and then this is actually a new thing. Not a new thing added, but it's a new thing some of you might be learning. So we're going to be getting the async from the data store. So we're going to be putting level get async, which basically means get data from that data store. Now in here we're going to do toString, and then inside these two brackets right here, not these two, but these two right here. And then between these two, we're going to put player dot user ID. Basically, we're looking inside that data store for a player dot user ID, and this toString event breaks down that ID and allows it to be used. Now we could just go ahead and do the name, which will be maybe let's do level. Oh yeah, rake dot name equals level, and then we're going to put the parent to this to the player. So dot parent equals player wait for child, and then we're going to go look for leader stats. What wait for child does is that it will wait until this exists. It will wait until it finds something, basically halting the whole script. Local XPs will be the exact same thing, but it will be a number value, and we're going to do xpz dot value is equal, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did for the level to get the value. We're going to do get async, and then we're going to do toString player dot user ID. Now we have this. That's good. We're actually going to do xpz dot name is equal to xp. Forgot the equal sign there. Is equal to xp. And now we're actually going to put these in the player. So that's about it. That should be good. So now we have all this here, and it will be put in there. But before we test this, actually I have something to. Basically now we're going to add something to line 9, or whatever line levels.values equal to level get async is on. We're going to put at the end of it or 1. Basically what this means is that usually this will return as 0 because the player does not have anything. But if the player does not have anything, it will go for 1 because their data in that data store is nil or null. It does not exist. So it'll just go to 1. So anyways, let's go ahead and test this. Hopefully this works. Probably will. So anyways, here we are. Players, player, and XP is in here, and level is 1. Now my XP is 0. And the reason why we didn't set it to 0 here is because the XP value when the data store value is nil. It does not appear as 1 or nil. It appears at 0. So there we go. That's pretty good. So let's go ahead and start with the leveling up. Now, what I said is that you would have to reach to a certain amount, which this is why we're going to add a new local variable outside of here. And we're going to do outside of the game.players.player added, right below the local XP, we're going to do local AXP equals game get service, get service, data store service, get data store, AXP. Now what AXP stands for is amount of XP needed, and I'll just put here okay, perfect. So basically that's the amount of XP needed to level up to the next level. So let's go ahead and create a new instance, local XP needed equals instance dot new, and actually we'll just do xpn instance dot new int value, and now we're going to do xpn dot value equals, and basically we're going to do the exact same thing as a level, but instead of or1 we're going to do or 700. So we're going to go ahead and do AXP get async or get data from data store, and then we're going to do toString player dot user ID. And what I meant from like get async or player from data get data from data store, you can't actually do get data from data store. That was just like a way of simplifying it. So anyways, I think that's about good. Now we just have to or 700. We have to add that, and now we have that xpn value done. Now we're going to do xpn.name equals xp needed, and then xpn.parent equals player. Now that seems good. Now we have this. It's actually going to be in there, so if we actually go in, we'll see that along with the XP, you see XP needed, and it's set to 700. So that seems about right, and that seems good. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and add a new function. And this one is going to be, we're going to see when the XP value has changed. So we're going to do xpz.changed connect function, enter. And now what this does is that it will call a function every time the XP value has been changed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do if levels or player wait for child, and we're going to do level. That seems about right. Okay, that seems good. Dot value, and actually we have to do xp dot value is greater than or equal to AXP. Actually no, it would be xpn dot value, then we'll go ahead and just do this, and we'll change it. So XP needed dot value, then player wait for child, leader stats, and then we're gonna do wait for child, and we're gonna do level, and then now we're going to do dot value equals +1. And actually, just to make this a bit shorter, because we actually don't need to do the wait for child, we're going to do player. Actually, no, we're not going to do player. We're going to do level z dot value equals level z dot whoops, not slash, is level z dot value plus 1. And what we're going to do is that we're going to do xpn dot value equals xpn dot value plus, let's say we're going to do 700, because then it would be 1,400, 2,100. So I think that's about right. So it's going to increase by 700, and then what we're going to do is that now we're going to save our levels. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a function up here, and it's going to do this function, and then we're going to create two variables in here. So the first variable is and we actually have to save data. So we're going to do data name player ID, or actually we'll just do player ID. Yeah, we'll just do player, whatever. So actually we'll do player ID. So right here, this is good. So now we have this here. Now we actually can do game. So we do game get service data store service get data store. And now this is going to be get data store, and we're going to go ahead and actually do data name. Set async. And then now what we're going to do here is we're going to do actually we have to do value. There we go. And what this does is we're going to put the player ID here, and then we're going to have to put the value here. And basically what this does is it's going to look through the data store for that data store name that we set it to when we call the function. It's going to set the async of the player ID to that value. So that seems about right. That seems about good. So we're going to actually do this now. So let's go ahead and go down here, and we're going to do save data. And remember, so the first one is going to be the data name. So let's go ahead and call the data name of it. So what we're going to want to call off first is the level. So it's going to be called levels. Now, next we're going to do player.e, so we do player.user ID, and the last one is going to be the value. So we're going to do, what we're going to do is levels.value. There we go, and then we're going to copy this, and we're going to do the exact same thing for the amount of XP needed and the XP that they have. So we look for XP, AXP, player.user ID, this one will be set to XPZ, this one will be set to XPN, XP needed. So that looks good, and then we're going to do else, just in case that doesn't exist. We're just going to go ahead and save all these levels here. And that actually should be about it. That should be good. And outside of here, I'm just going to go ahead and save one more time just in case. Right there. Alright, that seems good. We have everything here that we need. Now we need to add one more thing just in case if anything goes wrong. So when the player leaves the game, the data isn't already saved automatically. So what we're going to do is game.players.playerRemoving connect function player, and then we're going to press end. Now we're going to do save data, and we're going to copy these, and that's basically it. But instead, we're going to do player dot so first we're going to do player.leaderStats for the, remember this is for levels, player.leaderStats.levels, or .level, I'm pretty sure, yeah, .level, .value, and then we're going to do xp.value, player.xp.value, that should be about it, yep, and then we're going to do player.xp needed value, and that should all work. So when a player is leaving, it will save the data, and then when a player joins, it will do all this. Let's go ahead and test it. I'm pretty sure and I'm pretty confident this will work. So no errors so far. So we're going to go into players and XP. XP needed set to 700 and leader stats is level. So okay, 700. What if we do 300? This actually will be, this error down here is actually fine. It usually happens when you don't have data store enabled for in-game studio use, so it won't save the actual data. Okay, well, let's try 500. Nope, nothing happens. What about 600? Nothing happens. What if we get to 700? Oh, level 2. Okay, sweet. What if we do 1300? Nothing happens. What if we do 1400? Level 3. What if we do 2000? Doesn't do anything. What if we do 2100? It turns us to level 4. So this will keep gaining up, but if you actually enable this in the API access settings, you will be able to fix that error and nothing will happen. This is beautiful and this works. So there we go. That's actually pretty much the whole thing. So I will be creating another tutorial later that's connecting to this, and it's going to be a little GUI above the player's head saying like what level they are, but that'll be later on when I get more tutorials finished. So actually this is about the tutorial right here. So if this did help you guys, then go ahead and leave a like, and if anyone is having trouble in the comments, go ahead and see what they did wrong and try to help them out. Also, I will help you guys out if you have any questions about this. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more content. More of this is coming soon. And I think that's about it. So thank you everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.